Hey there, it's Ashton Johnston and my science partner Groot. This is week 6 of our interactive assignments. In this assignment, we will be creating fire, but not with a lighter or a match, or rubbing sticks or stones together. We'll be creating fire with a lemon, but not just a lemon alone. We will have one, hopefully really juicy lemon. I'm going to be cutting 6 copper pieces from my copper wire. And I have 6 zinc nails. And I'll use some connecting wire as well. And then I have a whole big old bag of steel wool. I'll only use a little bit of it though. And toilet paper. First, we are going to take the lemon. And we're going to roll it. And we're going to rub it and just trying to soften it and release some of the juices in there because the citric acid in the juice is what we will be needing to be used for the electricity that will start the fire. So I think that's probably pretty good. So we release some of those juices in there, and then I will pierce the lemon with each zinc nail. I will go ahead and do that right now. So I have pierced the lemon with these 6 zinc nails, and I did it parallel, or did it in a straight line. And now I'm going to insert the 6 copper pieces parallel to the zinc pieces. And I'm making sure that nothing touches inside of the lemon. The zinc doesn't touch the zinc, the copper doesn't touch the copper, and the zinc doesn't touch the copper. So everything is just straight up and down and not intersecting at all. I'm going to go ahead and put in the copper pieces. Okay, so I have now put in the copper wire. Can you see that well? So the copper wire is parallel to the zinc pieces, minus I'm missing one right here. I'll put it back in a second. So we made sure that they went in straight, and I don't think anything is touching inside of the lemon because that would mess up the electric current that we're trying to create. We then used the 6 copper pieces, and we pierced the copper pieces parallel to the zinc nails, and instead of using a separate short wire to connect the two, I just made the copper wire extra long so it acts as both parts because it's a conductive metal. So I used it as both the nail and the wire, and you see I wrapped it around so I kept this one out so I can show you. I try to get as much contact with the nail as possible. Some of them are better than others, so if it doesn't work, then maybe I'll go back in and try to get more connection there between the zinc and the copper. So I use a longer wire, and then at the end, see this one's not attached to any zinc, and it's just going out. And then this zinc nail is not attached to anything that's going into the lemon. So both of these pieces are going out, and they are going to be the parts that can touch the wool. So I will attach the wire to the free zinc nail, and then the free copper piece, it was made extra long to reach towards the steel wool. And we will catch the steel wool on fire, hopefully, by placing both of the free ends onto the wool. The copper pieces and zinc nails are positive and negative energy. The lemon contains the citric acid I was talking about earlier. That's why we were rolling it around, trying to get extra out of it. To create electricity, we have to create electricity, the zinc atom breaks apart and gives 2 free electrons and 2 positive zinc ions. And then when we created the diagonal wires to attach it, it allowed for the electrons to flow from the zinc to the copper piece. And that's what creates electricity, or at least the opportunity for it. And when I will attach these 2 ends to the copper, that closes the circuit, so that the electrons are able to flow freely. And this A closed circuit forces the electricity to run through the steel wool, which produces heat. And if the electricity produces enough heat, it should get a spark on the steel wool, and this should cause it to continue burning enough to catch the toilet paper on fire. So let's see if it works. I have right here my steel wool, probably way more than I need. I'm gonna try just taking off a piece of it. And I'm doing this over foil just to protect my countertop. These are the tools I was using to bend the wire. All right. This is challenging. This is not the part I thought would be challenging. Nothing's happening. I understand what's supposed to be happening. Is it not a coarse enough steel wool? Maybe not enough connection, like I said. Let me take a look and I will be right back. So I have tried retightening all of the copper around the nails and it still isn't working, which sucks because I spent like $20 on everything and I wanted to at least see fire. But I guess that's just the way that it is. At least I do understand what is supposed to happen and why it happens and the chemistry behind it and the physics behind it, because I have done a similar thing in physics before. Just maybe less components when I did it. But I am not able to make fire, which is really sad. But maybe I'll try again one day when I'm camping. Well, thank you so much. Bye.